Hi, I'm Jim, and I'm an accountant. Sounds like I'm an AA, right? Accountants Anonymous, although that's a redundancy. I've got a poster on my wall that says, "Old accountants never die, they just lose their balance." And that sums me up. I'm old, I'm an accountant, and I'm pretty off balance. But I was thinking the other day, why does anyone become an accountant? I can remember growing up and having career day, and, the kids would proudly bring their parents in, and we'd hear about being a fireman or a policeman or a doctor, even a few lawyers. But I don't remember any accountants. And as a matter of fact, I don't ever remember being invited to school by my kids. Well, I know exactly why I became an accountant. When I graduated from high school, I went into the Air Force, and they told me I could become a missile facility specialist. I went, whoa, that was cool. Then I spent 4 years changing out sewer pumps in missile silos. Let me tell you, hot, dirty, stinky, and at the risk of being a little too graphic, you can't do it without getting it all over you. Anyway, I started taking some courses at night, and one was taught by the base controller. I took one look at this guy, and I said, wow, this guy goes to a nice, air-conditioned office, sweet-smelling, shuffles a few papers. I said, that's for me. So that's how I became an accountant. And it's worked out, it's worked out pretty much the way I'd hoped. Of course, I still have to put up with a lot of crap. Anyway, after I graduated from college, my first job was with a small petroleum refining company called Exxon. I was there about a year, and they had a strike at their New Jersey refinery. A month into the strike, an article comes out in Hustler magazine. Here's a picture of 8 of the workers mooning the front gate. Well, the refinery manager, he called a meeting of the department heads, came into the meeting with a copy of the article, threw it in front of the on-staff physician, and said, "Doc, you recognize any of these assholes?" Now, I hope that wasn't too crude. Well, after Exxon, I really had a lot of jobs with a lot of different companies in a lot of different industries. I say what I was getting was a well-rounded professional portfolio. Others have said I couldn't keep a job. But I did learn a few things along the way at each job. For example, I worked for a granite quarrying company. And there I learned that the first person you pay every week is the dynamite man. Really lowers the stress level when you start your car in the morning. I also worked for a couple of hard-charging individual entrepreneurs. And what I learned there was that accounting is really not about leading the parade. It's more about being like the guys following the elephants with the shovels and buckets. Here in Atlanta, I've worked for a couple of real estate developers. Now, real estate development is a very interesting business. What usually happens is you've got a local guy that knows the local economy, knows the political arena, has an idea for a project, but he doesn't have any money. So what he does is he joint ventures with somebody, usually from out of town, that's got the capital. They do the project, and what happens is at the end of the project, the capital partners got the knowledge, developer partners got the cash. Anyway, I have thought on occasion of getting out of accounting. Once I seriously considered becoming an air traffic controller. But you know, I just didn't like the idea that I couldn't fix my mistakes with a journal entry. When I told my current boss that I was, going to be in the show, he asked me if I'd ever considered writing jokes for a living. And I said, hell, every month I do financial statements. But for me, accounting is not just what I do. It's really what I am. I mean, I'm very deliberate. I like to think things through. I don't like to jump too quickly at things. Of course, my wife says what I am is a procrastinator. But, I don't get mad. She's put up with me for a lot of years. As a matter of fact, we just recently celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary. Thank you. Now, we've been married 36 years. And our oldest daughter is 38. Well, it's been a long career. It's been a good career. Hopefully it'll be a little longer. But you always have to sacrifice. And for me, what had to be sacrificed was family time. And this was made real clear to me just recently. I got home. It was late, about 8 o'clock. Walked into my kitchen. Here's this 6'2", 230-pound guy. So in my usual warm and friendly fashion, I said, "Who the hell are you?" He turned around and said, "Dad, it's Mike." So I went over, gave him a hug, and I said, "Geez, Mike, it seems like just yesterday you were only this tall." He said, "Dad, that was your grandson." Anyway, well, thank you all very much. Hope you have as much fun as I have.